Get Kane first. I wish I could undo, but I can't. All I'm going to do is brace Kane then, so that we take less damage. But this was actually a mistake. I forgot I should have been reserving here. Because these vehicles might be able to get into range. Looks like it was mostly okay.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Okay, I can jump to here and get an unobstructed shot with Arctic Sumo. Don't like having no cover. We're going to do this anyway. It is going to be at the extreme range of the lasers, which might mean a low accuracy shot, and it is fairly low accuracy. We're going to take the shot anyway.
Firing.
Although I could have done the thing where I only fire with one weapon. Oh, we got 3 hits. Okay, that was really worthwhile. It was just important to strip away a little bit of the evasion here. Yeah, this is what I was worried about with Kane. I made a mistake. Kane, you were too eager. What are you doing, man?
You hear me?
Kane! You're crazy! Anywho. Move to here. You're going to be in min-range. If I move to here, I mean, there's still a lot of evasion. That's okay. So we're going to get our LR mechs with partial cover. We actually get, because you're not in any kind of cover, 50% chance. There's only 40 there, despite the direct shot. Yeah, I'm going to shoot at this Jenner, which is already taking some damage.
All weapons, go!
Although I guess it was brace, but still. 40% evasion. At this point, now that we might do is start doing like a retreating action here, and keep drawing the enemy mechs forward, and you know, balance it out. The one risk with that is we separate away from the convoy, which means we won't get attacked by the convoy, except with the ones that have the LRM missiles.
Good to go.
That's a little redundant. It's like an ATM number, but there's also the risk that we just like lose track of them, and then you know, some of them escape. We'll do what we can. And jump up here, get some cover. I think we keep abusing the hell out of this Jenner here, which is losing evasion pips, so it's even easier and easier and easier to hit.
All weapons are go.
Just hit it with so many missiles. ATM number. Yeah, totally, man.
I hear ya.
All right, so Kane's up again. Oh, Kane wants to run up and melee this guy. No, Kane, hold back, man. Hold back. These guys are spawning a little bit, so Kane doesn't have to spot as bad. I'd still like to take actions with him, but it turns out he actually wasn't shot as much as I'd expected. He still has 4 pips of evasion. He's still bracing.
What can I do for you?
I want to pause, or nah, maybe not. I think what I do is I think we jump up here. We get 5 pips of evasion. We have the cover from the whirlwind, and we can shoot at a couple of people.
Time to fly.
This is going to be fine. Actually, in a better position than you just were. Oh, you're braced. That's why you're taking less damage. Yeah, with this Wolverine. I'll do the full volley. Going to generate a fair amount of heat, but that's okay.
Everything I've got.
Yeah, we hit twice. It's not bad. No Kane, no game. That's why I need a new mech. Oh, we're working on it, Kane. If we can get you a hatchet man, that would be perfect.
Nothing to see here.
Kane is able. That's the saying we've got around here. Jebediah taking a bit of damage. Luckily, Kerbals are tough.
My old mama can hit harder than that.
My old mama can hit harder than that. All right there, Jebediah. Hey, they're definitely focusing on him, which is good. Now that we know that, what we're going to do, especially since he can indirect fire, his turn can just be jumping backwards as far as possible and still firing, and then they'll be forced to split their fire to someone else. So Jebediah, I mean, he still hasn't actually been scratched. So yeah, we'll jump back here for lots of evasion, and you can still indirect fire. This is going to generate a fair amount of heat, though. I think we keep hitting this Jenner.
I'm on him.
Focus fire is the best kind of fire. Alright, he's now unsteady, which is good for us. Nice miss there. Arctic Sumo. Does have a little bit of heat, which is unfortunate. I think we will move the max here for the extra evasion pip. We'll get vision on this guy. We're going to be fairly long range with the weapon. 60 is not bad, although I suppose it's going to be indirect. If I did this, we generate more heat from the hop, but we also get more evasion. We might not be able to take a full fire with our weapons. Yeah, and we can't. I'm going to leave the ++ here. There we go. Fire 3. And yeah, we are hitting the right side, which is good. It's the side that's already taken a bunch of damage. We might be able to burn through some of that. We did miss with 1 shot, which is too bad.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Punch out. Good stuff. Jeb is what happens when the mystery goo is left alone for too long. What does Unsteady does? So Unsteady gives you, I think it gives you a penalty to hit. I don't know if it makes you easier to get hit. It may. But one of the things, too, is normally the unsteadiness, which is the yellow bar beneath the mechs. Well, this has no yellow pips in here. You can also see it down here. Is empty. Normally, you get restored every time you take an action. You regain some stability. But once it's past this little tick mark, which is when you become unsteady, it can't lower beyond that as well, unless you do a full brace action. So it's kind of nice to send a mech to that point. So yeah, we can slowly back up here. You were generating heat. Like, I'd rather not jump. Suppose I could just do this. Just a bit of a backwards walk. It's not much. We're not getting evasion. But we'll keep putting a little bit of distance, and that's going to be okay. This Wolverine. Let's hit this Bulldog. So vehicles tend to be very easy to hit. This Bulldog hasn't acted yet. He does have a crap ton of armor. And he's one of the people we have to kill as our goal. The thing is, I'm not sure he's going to be able to land hits with his SRMs, and the AC2s have huge range, but they're not as dangerous. I'm actually tempted to hit this Wolverine, and actually I think I'll use it with a precision strike here, just to increase it from, I think, 70% to 90%. Opens up the possibility of a called shot. Does he have weapons in his arms? Yeah, he's got this damaged arm, has a large laser and a medium laser, so we're going to try to focus on that.
Engaging.
Let's see if we can take down the right arm is destroyed, so we've dramatically cut back the damage potential. I'm very happy with that. You also lose all evasion after the tick mark. I guess when you become unsteady, yeah, your evasion officially goes down to 0. It doesn't come up that often, because usually by that point you're already non-evasive, but... So Kane could make this move. You have a pretty poor shot on the Locust. But I mean, he's sort of going to have poor shots regardless. And he may not want to because of the heat. He actually just might want to do like a sprint around here to make sure we can keep some vision on stuff. And if he just sprints and does nothing else, he will drop some of his heat, and the next turn he can do some jumps and stuff. I kind of like that. There you go. So he's losing out some heat. The heat management is very important in this Martian terrain, because our heat sink's only 75% effective. That's why sometimes it's good to over-design your heat efficiency. Yeah, and then you go on a tundra planet, you feel dumb. What's nice is if you do have the ability to have like a lot of mechs, like you've expanded your mech storage, then you can have some mechs built for hot territory and some mechs built for cold territory. Oftentimes you don't really get that luxury because you're mostly just using your 4 best mechs all the time. But it might be like your 2 best mechs and then a couple of different mechs that you might switch depending on what kind of territory you're in. So again, sort of just keep backing away here with the LRM boats. And we're keeping our forces very much spread out here, which is really helpful for us. Alright, we'll go with this Jenner. We could decide to save some heat. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll turn off the LRM-5s. We'll just use the 15 plus because it does have the bonus to stability damage here. We'll just do that. We'll save a little bit of heat because our percentage chance to hit is fairly low. That's not too shabby, actually. Maybe I should have gone with more.
Good to go.
It's an indirect fire. It'd be nice to get a proper direct fire. I guess I could go here. I'd be in the whirlwind. Get a slightly better shot. The thing is, Artistic Sumo is really overheated right now. I'm actually wondering about not shooting at all. I guess I can fire 3 weapons. Actually, 4 weapons. Wow, this Wolverine is super I guess we didn't have vision on him for the LRM shots. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have shot at him. Yeah, actually, let's fire at this Wolverine. It's not as much of a threat. We did knock out some of its weapons. But it still has some, and it can still melee us. Okay, now I'll fire at the Wolverine. Right torso is gone, which does injury to the pilot. He might GG out soon, I don't know. Depends on his gut level.
Commander?
So yeah, I'm just gonna back up this way. I realize we're not going into cover, but the catapult hasn't been damaged.
On my way.
And again, there's few things that can hit me from here. So we could finish off this Wolverine, possibly. Yeah, this is still not great. Let's try to just wipe the Wolverine.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Okay, he's reached full instability, so he's going to fall over.
Critical hit.
Which will do one more damage to the pilot. Oh, I guess it wasn't quite capped. It looked like it was. But I guess it wasn't 100% full.
Waiting on you, Commander.
This is a fairly easy mission for us. We're dropping with a lot more weight on this particular mission than the target. We're playing a bit easy because we didn't have our full pool of stuff. That's part of it. So I'm going to move the Kane's Jenner up here. He doesn't have a lot of evasion, but I'm trying to save heat from the jumping. So we're going to just take a full shot at this Jenner. 60% chance per weapon. Only one hit. Strips off a pip of evasion. Although I guess he's about to move again, so it's a little moot. Weakly attacks the Vindicator. That's okay.
Damage minimal.
Yeah, this is a fairly easy mission. Well, the problem with these escort missions is like, so this combat side of things is really easy. Meanwhile, the convoy we're supposed to be stopping is still petering on towards its destination. We could kill all these mechs and then end up losing the mission. This is the tricky thing with the escort ones. The battle ones tend to be a lot more pitched, like, oh my god, just slogging it out one to one here.
Standing by.
But the escort tends to be a little softer,
Confirmed.
but with real difficulty in a different
What's up,
way. All right. I mean, we still have to take out the Wolverine at some point. It's too bad I can't melee you, because it would be a nice way to burn off the heat, but no one's in melee range. I think I'll just move down here, take a shot at this Jenner again,
Location
which is
confirmed.
also very hot. And yeah, keep this one laser off.
Locking
If we
on.
get some hits on the center torso, we might just die. I think all of it's on the right arm, right torso.
Critical hit, Commander.
That's from above. That's the other thing the Wolverine could be doing to us. Like, you knock out a mech's weapons, you're like, you can't do anything now. Then they just start doing their crazy moves. Death from above is when you jump jet on top of someone. It does huge damage to them and to you.
Ready to rock.
It's really not pleasant when the AI does it to you. Man, this heat is just really brutal. I think I'm not going to move, because it'll save us a tiniest bit of heat. We really don't have a good shot here at all. Can I move someone else? I guess what I could do is I could just reserve Jebediah. We might be able to get an eyeball on the convoy and just missile them. Yeah, they're moving.
Skipper.
Yeah, Commander.
I guess it's just our missile people, that's true. So maybe I'll start to move this way. Not that I really need to be close for the missiles. This will be fine. Being on the rocks does make it much more unstable, but... The Jenner's lost a bunch of its weapons. I think I'm still going to shoot you. There we go.
Engaging target.
I was hoping to get you past instability.
Waiting for orders.
Go. Move to back here. One pip of evasion.
Location
And the
confirmed.
whirlwind for protection. Die, Jenner. Dang. There we go. Alright, it's gone.
Mech destroyed.
Mech warriors.
So yeah, the missile ones don't have to move next to the convoy, and one of the great things about Kane and his Jenner is he's so fast he can easily get there. I'm actually tempted to melee. Yeah, we can sprint here and then we can get eyes on the convoy. Although they are going to move first. Tell you what, I'm going to reserve Kane here. What I don't want to do is move Kane into line of sight of the convoy and then get him shot a bunch. That would be poor. We still have to take care of the mechs. The thing is, Kane should be able to keep track, like keep pace with the convoy, and then our alarms can basically hit them from anywhere.
Yes, Commander.
See, this is running really hot. If we just take a turn to melee here, that'd be pretty helpful. It's only an 85% chance to hit, unfortunately. But it doesn't generate heat.
On my way. Targeting
Damn.
for physical attack.
It knocks off a pip of evasion.
That's
That
a
wasn't
miss.
quite as handy as I'd hoped. But now, Artistic Sumo has basically no heat. Thanks to the convoy shooting at us. How rude.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Alright. We're gonna go for maximum sprint. There we go. To here. So we'll have vision over these two. We won't be able to
Going
shoot because we
turbo.
did sprint, but that's going to be okay. And then Kane is beating off more heat. One of the nice things about vehicles, too, is when you melee them, you do double damage. So Kane might just go and start stepping on them. A little bit risky because you open yourself up to attacks, in particular if there's some SRM carriers over there.
Confirmed.
Okay, let's do this because we'll have a full set of options
Roger
as to
that,
who to
Commander.
fire at. Taking out the Wolverine is still valuable. The Locust isn't that threatening, although it's, you know, it's not the easiest either, but our chance to hit it is kind of poor. See, 90% chance against the vehicles. These are not terribly dangerous vehicles. But I don't like my 60% chance to hit here either. Alright, I'm gonna shoot you.
Firing.
Primary target is taking damage.
Yeah, these are fairly well armored vehicles, unfortunately. And the Jenner, even double melee damage is still only 70, which, you know, isn't necessarily gonna one-shot anything.
Move order received.
I could keep hitting this guy at 75. 65 is a little better here. You know what? I'm gonna do a precision strike against the Wolverine. To the center torso. We're just gonna try to
Copy
take
that.
it out of commission. So we're mostly using precision strike because it dramatically improves our chance to hit.
Enemy down.
Oh, hell yes. It's on now.
This is terrible against the vehicle. One of the things with vehicles, they only have one set of internal structure.
What can I do
so
for you?
it's even more like handy to, I don't know, do some of these things. Okay, I can't melee you, but I can move here with tons of pips of evasion and coverage from the mist and a line of sight blocker over here, so they can't hit me with direct weapons. So this is actually, I think, going to be a fairly safe
Got
movement for Kane.
Take this.
Pew, pew. I'm pointing out because I want to, more because you'll forget. Not notice anyway. Oh yeah. Briar is starting. I know.
Skipper.
This is going to be our final mission here. He's doing university. That's really cool, actually. So I keep doing these sorts of moves here with the Wolverine. Although if I
I'm
can just
there.
park myself in the mist again at some point, that'd be nice. Yeah, we're not going to go for the 27%er over here. We'll go and land some shots. What we could do is we could precision strike the vehicle. Like, the thing is, the extra to hit doesn't really help. We could focus fire on a body part, but no. We'll just take a normal attack over here. It's fine. Structure exposed. No kabooms, though. There you go. The bulwark cover, the evasion pips, keeping Kane alive.
Receiving.
Kane isn't the lightest mech, and I swear to God, he's one of the toughest. I could go and punch this guy, but I'm running cool enough that I could just go and laser beam you. I can get in the rear arc over here. Still pretty low chance to hit, though. But I think it's probably the better thing. You don't get a bonus to hit from behind, though. You just ignore cover. 95% chance to just punch him. You know what? I'll just punch him.
On my
And
way.
watch us miss. Oh! Take out his right torso and right leg?
Target
How did that
taking a
work?
critical hit.
That's not how the damage flows. Oh, and he GG'd out. No more guard units. Excellent. Okay, now we only have to mop up the vehicles, which are our primary targets. But... Immortal Kane.
Is that it? I'm barely scratched.
I'm barely scratched. Listen to this
Stand
cocky
by.
ass. You stand still to minimize the heat generation. And yeah, we'll just go for like highest expected damage.
Let's see how you like this.
Start the cult of Cain. One day he's gonna die, and it's gonna be sad after all the risks we put him through. If it ain't bragging, it ain't bragging if it's true. Oh, nice. Does overkill from head go into torso? It does, but it didn't list. It listed the leg last, which is why I was confused. But maybe it was just a display thing. So here's Cain. If I just do an attack, we're not going to end up with a lot of evasion. And that's not so bad. I could move over here, get 4 pips of evasion with Cain. And then with this rock here, these guys won't be able to direct fire me. Because they're only running SRMs. SRMs can't indirect fire. So I rolled a 4%. I think we had a 95% chance to hit. Again, for double damage in melee, but machine gun fire.
Ready to rock.
All right, stay still. A little overheat. If we turn off some LRMs, there we go. You're gonna be fine. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep going for. Well, you've already taken some damage. I might. Hang on.
Waiting
Maybe
for
move someone
orders.
else first. Artistic sumo. Let's come over here and do some laser fire. This bulldog's already taking damage. We're at 95% chance on all our shots. And what I might do is a precision shot with the missiles against this bulldog now.
Scored a critical hit.
The SRM-4 is out, which is really good news for Cain. Don't get cocky, kid. I know, the miss is crazy. I also need meta images for like miss and hit and crit and all those. I was never happy with those emotes, but I'm not sure what to do about it. Yeah, we'll precision shot this guy. And yeah, hit the side that's most exposed.
I'm on him.
SRM ammo explosion!
Destroyed.
Vehicle destroyed. Nice.
One
Cain
more
needs an
for the
arm.
trashy.
I know, we gotta load you up with like all the arm mods. Like when we like put you in the battle with no actual weapons, it's just gonna be like the mods, the gyro mods, the cockpit mods, everything. If we start giving you cockpit mods, you're even more resistant to damage, which is like amazing. This guy's just got an AC5. This guy's actually got a flamer with the Ignis. Let's target him first here. Since the expected damage is about the same with these missiles. I do love a big missile volley. They just look so damn sexy. Arctic Sumo's being shot, proving that he's as tough as Cain.
Damage is minor, Commander.
What can I do for you?
All right, should we try to melee again here? 95% chance.
Uh-huh.
These are XCOM odds.
Going toe-to-toe.
There we go. 70 damage, because you do 35 and it's doubled here. 70 damage to one spot, which is nice. Arctic Sumo's taking all the hits here. He's got no dodge left. Oh, I can't quite make it into the field here. Even though it's going to make us fairly hot, I'm going to take this jump for 4 pips of evasion. I think we can still fire all our weapons. No, we cannot. Yeah, only 3. Boo. I'm going to hit from the side. I mean, it might still hit the front armor. That's going to be the rear. I guess it doesn't really matter. Although I suppose I could do a precision shot to make sure to go through the front armor here.
Aye, aye.
Okay, that worked. First tank in really close to the goal. Is it? I thought the goal wasn't that close. Oh, you're right, it is. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to target on that first tank. We've been killing the ones in the rear first, just because it's been working out that way, but...
Ready to rock. You got it.
90% chance.
I got you.
I may want to focus fire inside. Nope, there you go, you're dead anyway.
Mech warriors, show 'em
The fact
what
that, like,
you
the fact it was orange meant the structure was exposed, so the missiles were very likely to hit the internal structure and finish it off, so that was okay. And then over here, we'll turn off a Lerm 5 to keep you from overheating, Ignis, and a nice position. I think we're coming back from next on bandage. Again, this is only a 1.5 star mission, and we came in with 2.5 stars worth of mechs. We're going to be wrapping up the stream soon. I mean, we're 8 minutes over right now. We're going to wrap up when this mission is over.
Waiting on you,
Wow,
Commander.
we may take a look at our mechs.
I read you, Commander. Moving out. Commencing Alpha
95.
Strike.
Although not exactly from the correct side. Going through the turret might be handy.
Confirmed.
Arctic Sumo. I think it should end up in the fog. And yeah, don't want to overheat you.
Got the angle. Taking
We'll
the
take the shot. Oh, there we go.
Out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
And actually, I think with this mission we may even... No, we don't need to go to the back zone because everything's cleared. If we killed the vehicles first, then we could have LZ'd, but no, there we go. We can just...
Mission successful.
Return to the ship at our leisure here. Woo! The vehicle flamers have bigger range, I think, than the mech flamers, but I don't think the visual for it represents the proper range for the hit. Get a little bit of payout. Vindicator took a little bit of damage. The structural damage, is that from the heat? But otherwise, we're okay. We'll grab a Wolverine part, and then just a Jenner part or something like that. That'll have to do. Do.
That mech you asked
Oh, we did unlock another Wolverine for us.
That mech is ready to
And another Jenner. We'll probably scrap the Jenner. Alright, listen. I'm really scared of replacing Kane's Jenner from Jeopardy. But it is time. We're gonna go ahead and send this Jenner to storage, and maybe we'll try to build a fast Wolverine for him. This Jenner will also go to storage, and we'll probably be selling those for some cash. In fact, we'll probably have to start doing that so that we can afford to work on the Wolverine. Oh, it was a good mech though. Man, oh man, did great things for us. But yeah, we're gonna have to sell both these bad boys. Jenner D and a Jenner F. I think the D is the one that Kane was piloting. Do we have any minus weapons that we really don't care about? No. We do have some arm mods, though. So, let's take a look at the mech bays. So, the Vindicator just needs to be repaired. 2 days, no problem. This Wolverine that we got. Repair everything. I think we'll do a full strip down. So what do we got? This guy here has only got 1 missile hardpoint, only 2 support weapon hardpoints. And yeah, 16.5 tons remaining on a medium mech. No, even less than that, 13. I think the Wolverines don't actually have that much tonnage available compared to some of the others. Like again, the Shadowhawk is like far superior. So clearly, this should be a laser mech. Hold on. Oh, not necessarily. Is that, yeah, that's right, because that's exactly... Oh no! It's the Lerm mech is what we're using with the other Wolverine. That's interesting. 9R, or there you go, 6R. This is a 6K. So the 6K, so the R clearly has a bunch of laser, missile slots, because that's what we're using the other one, but this one does not. So, I mean, if this is going to be a Kane thing, it'll probably be relatively short range. Oh my god, it's 4 laser slots in the one arm? That's crazy. Honestly, this is probably... Because fitting 4 medium lasers there feels pretty awkward. But part of me wonders about doing something like, is it PPC plus Lerm? But then we just end up with another long-range mech. And you can see it doesn't have a ton of tonnage. Like, if we do this, 4.5 tons, we need the ammo. And then we got 3.5 tons. We don't even have full armor. So we have 0 tons. We don't have any heat sinks or jump jets. I'm not... I remember this... We might just end up selling this one Wolverine, actually. This is a really awkward mech to work with. It can fit up to 5 medium lasers in a semi-awkward configuration. Still nowhere near sufficient heat efficiency. We'd have to buy more heat sinks. Thing is, we're still not there, and now we have to start stripping armor away. Although I guess what I could do is I could remove one of the medium lasers, and then we don't have to put in quite as many heat sinks. Actually, I can remove some heat sinks. I could remove one more, and we'd still be balanced for now. And we actually have a little bit of tonnage left. All right, it's not so bad. I could put on just like a small laser here or something like that. I guess if we're gonna go short range, then we're talking about like some sort of SMERM setup. SMERM 6 and some ammo. A little heavy there, and that does add a fair amount of heat. But it's not bad. I don't know if we go for a full SMERM 6. Might go with 4. We've got the SMR 2++ as well, which is kind of nice. This version is still running fairly hot. You know what? Maybe we do this. It's a little less heat. And we're looking now at the heat. Okay, sort of even. So 52 and 51. It's a fairly decent heat balance. 4 medium lasers, an SRM2, full-on armor, because this is clearly going to have to be something that runs up fairly close. But it's nowhere close to as fast as Jetter. It's still not bad. 140 base movement. Oh, it can fit another jump jet as well. Hold on. Now that becomes kind of tempting. 5 points of jump returns a fair amount of mobility to this mech. Ken doesn't need armor, he's unhittable. And that, okay, there is another point here. Somewhere in here, is it under firepower? Oh, melee. So this mech's base melee is actually 70. So the base damage is 55. I think like the base damage is based on the tonnage of the mech. And chassis quirk here is just because, I don't know, it's good at punching, so it gets an extra 15 damage. So it's got a base melee of 70. All right. If we were, so we've got the arm mod for plus 40 melee damage. I guess we put it in left arm because it has no slots for anything else. So a giant, it's got the big shooter, it's got like a 5 shooter in one hand. Every finger's got you can shoot. It's got 4 energy slots and a support slot. Pew, pew, pew. And then the other arm is just like a giant oversized fist. Boom, like one of those comedy novelty fists. And then with the support slots, right, we can add weapons to follow up the attack. Small lasers are the best for pure damage at 20 damage. That's a lot of damage. Machine guns do 15 damage. They also need ammo. But because they hit 5 times, if your punch exposes something, like removes the armor somewhere, then you go and just machine the shit out of it and just trigger a bunch of crit rolls, which is good. And then finally, there's the idea of flamers. So you punch, and then you light someone on fire. That's not bad. We don't have any other mods, right? No. We still want our jump jets back. Just because they'll get repaired. It annoys me that there's a separate stack. I mean, heat is still perfectly fine. We don't need flamer ammo in this, do we? No. In tabletop, you do need flamer ammo, but here I guess they're all self-contained. I don't know if flamer ammo, like flamers, are what we want. I don't know if this mech by itself would generate enough heat to be that. I'm kind of tempted to go instead with small lasers. And then, just because we still have some space here, just throw some medium lasers in here until we start to, there we go, start to feel a little bit hot. Couple of heat sinks, another medium laser, a couple more heat sinks. Now, any turn we punch, and we're clearly going to want to punch often with this guy, we're not going to be using the medium lasers, so the heat becomes less of a concern. But you have 3 medium lasers, and then your punch is punch followed by 2 small lasers. Yeah, machine guns versus small lasers, I can sort of, you kind of go 50-50 on it. Thing is, we're going to be punching for 110 damage. You can guarantee wherever we're going to punch is going to be fully 100% exposed. And in fact, it'll probably be like, I punch you in the arm explodes, and then your torso is also stripped of armor or some crazy shit like that. Right now, our armor's maxed. The thing is, the lasers will also generate crits. Loosen back armor, get an extra medium laser. Maybe. The thing is, the AI's pretty good at also getting behind you. But, yeah, I am tempted to do this. It'll be a little too hot if we're constantly firing everything, but that's what the melee is there for. So we just skim down our armor a little bit of leg armor. We don't need as much. We've got the 4th medium laser in there. I kind of like this. I'm not going to switch out a small laser for a flamer. You either have to have enough fire damage to hit critical mass, or not bother at all. Small lasers generate more heat, but they don't generate much heat. If all we're doing is meleeing, our heat's going to go down pretty dramatically. We do have a rocket slot over here, which are still good for short-range engagements, right? Instead of a bunch of medium lasers, we could run some SMRMs instead, which still work good to trigger crits. Although I think once we're meleeing someone, we're really not going to need the medium-range weapons anymore. Yeah, the vehicle flamer is one of the mod ones. I don't know what the deal is. It might have more range. Let's see. Oh, it's a laser slot. That's one of the differences here. It's a laser slot as opposed to a small weapon slot. That's one of the big differences. 20 heat versus, if we compare to a normal flamer, it's 10 heat. 5 damage, 10 heat versus 20 damage, 20 heat. So we could do a vehicle flamer plus some regular flamers. They don't trigger on the same turn, but it might let us do there, but I don't know. You know, precision melee punch? You can't do precision, so you can't aim it for a particular location. It'd be nice if there were more mods here. There's another arm mod here. I think you can stack them. I think we could have an arm mod in each arm. That...
New equipment available.
And then I guess we are fitting in some frickin' SMRMs in here, aren't we? Oh wow, that's actually a lot of tonnage on the arm mods. No, 3 tons. We got tons of heat, so I can actually strip off all these heat sinks now. Our alpha strike's still lower, so yeah. Let's go ahead and throw in a SMRM 6. Then we do have to start sacrificing armor, but no, not much. And then some SMRM ammo. We're still fairly armored up. We now punch for 150. We could go double flamer plus a vehicle flamer in there. People want the flamer. I mean, we gotta give people what they want, right? Oh, it's too big! No, it's too big, you guys. Can't fit. It's 3 crit slots, which we can't fit in there. I'm sorry. So we'll just go with the small lasers. And then, yeah, we'll put in a medium laser in there just for a little bit of utility stuff. I mean, we could strip it out so we can max armor there, but what's the point? And yeah, if we're alpha striking, the thing is, if we're alpha striking, as in we're firing the medium laser and both small lasers and the SRM, then we'll generate more heat than we bleed off. But it's actually going to be fairly rare where we're going to be able to fire the small lasers and not be meleeing. So, all right, the Wolverine Punchotron 9000 is now going to be in the queue. I feel like we might want to do some other travel. But that's one of the reasons we took an easier mission, is because some of our higher end mechs weren't going to be quite ready. Although even here, what I could do is, so the Vindicator and the Blackjack have less construction time. So in 9 days, if I do it this way, in 9 days, I could run another mission. And again, another relatively low-end mission here while we wait for the other mechs to be going, or I can start just flying around to another contract. We are going to put a cut in here. Well, how much damage will Wolverine do in one punch? 150 damage to one location if it hits. And then it becomes very important. If Kane's going to be doing this kind of crap, we want to make sure... Oh, we don't have enough peaks for it. We want to make sure to keep maxing out his piloting. Piloting increases your melee chance to hit. So we want maximum piloting skill so that we can punch the shit out of everything all the time. And that actually is one example where the Ace Pilot is good. Because with Ace Pilot, I'm assuming you can move after a melee with Ace Pilot as well, not just shooting. So it means on one turn, you can run out, punch someone. On the next turn, you can punch someone and run away, which normally you can't do. And that's like a very cool little hit and run over there. So you don't have to stand toe to toe. 100 XP short. Oh yeah, that's true. Damn. I mean, I could just give you some chance to hit here and this, but I think I'll save the XP to move up there. In hindsight, I guess maybe I shouldn't have given you the extra point of guts for the heat threshold, but it actually helped us quite a bit on the previous missions.
Waiting for orders.
Artistic Sumo, who is running a very hot mech, probably would really appreciate the extra overheat threshold, so we'll go ahead and give him that.
Ready for orders.
Dansku could use... Ooh, called shot bonuses. That's what you get with Tactics. Tactics is also quite good for a lot of indirect fire stuff. I mean, I might want to save up for the Breach too, but no, let's do that. Called shot bonus.
Mech warrior training complete.
Waiting for
Deadmate
orders.
hasn't actually been on a mission yet.
Confirmed.
Jebediah. Jebediah can work his way up over here. We want to get Breach shot with him, so we'll go ahead and hit the extra weapon accuracy too, which is lovely.
Training complete.
Nallard's back in action. Hey! Poor
Yes,
guy.
command.
He's got taken out quite early. Never got around to being able to run too many missions, but we'll give him a try again soon. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. We're going to go and raid Briarstone, who's playing Universum, which is actually a really cool game that I've only streamed once. Next live stream should be on Saturday. I'm assuming Dwarf Fortress, plus maybe some other stuff. Yeah, next live stream Saturday. And of course for the... it's totally not Civilization. I don't know what you're talking about. YouTube tomorrow. I'll have to double check. I think, when is the embargo for that? Because I want to tell you the exact time. I want to say, is it 10 a.m. Pacific time? 7 a.m. Pacific, which would be 3 a.m. Eastern, which means if you're European, it's going to be something like... No, I'm going the wrong way around, aren't I? If it's 7 a.m. Pacific, it's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern, which means if you're in the UK, it's going to be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and if you're in Central Europe, it's going to be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Something like that. Yeah. I'll be sure to get it right before I put any videos up, because the last thing I want to do is break embargo. Yeah, 10 Eastern. So look forward to some videos tomorrow. There'll be a whole lot of them coming live. I'll probably do something like every 2 hours or something. I'll put an episode up. We'll see. All right, folks. See you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, raid Briarstone. Raid Briarstone. Okay. Bye-bye.